So hello students, today we discuss the acids of class 10. This is a part 3. So in this class we discuss about the properties of the acid, chemical and uh, physical both. So one by one we discuss all these things. So first is first is your physical property. And physical property I discussed with you all that the physical property is, wait, the physical property, first one, it has a sour nature, sour taste. So first property is, that is sour taste. Okay, second property, what is second property? It convert blue litmus to red. Blue litmus to red, this is the second property. Now come to the third point. Third property means acid solution conduct electricity. Acid solution conduct electricity. And I am writing here the technical term. You can write electrolyte. What is the meaning of electrolyte? Electrolyte are those substances which conduct electricity. So the acid, when dissolved in water, we get a acid solution, and the solution of all the acids, you can say, that conduct electricity, that is acid solution allow electric current to pass through them. This is the reason that the acids having the capability to just conduction of the electricity. Okay, so this is the nature of acid. Now fourth property, we just come on the fourth property, that when metal react with acid, it gives you out salt plus hydrogen. This is actually a chemical property. Okay, hydrogen gas. So any metal when react with acid, it gives you a salt plus hydrogen gas. Now I am taking one example that is very common. H2SO4, that is your sulfuric acid diluted, gives out what the salt formation will take place as an SO4 plus hydrogen gas will evolve. So this is the way that any metal when react with an acid, it gives you salt plus hydrogen gas. Now how we can identify that hydrogen gases come out from the reaction? So we have an experiment for this one. What we have to do, first we just take a dilute sulfuric acid. So see, this is, suppose, H2SO4 and zinc granules we are adding, that is zinc granules, that is silvery white in nature, and we are just fitted with the help of a cork. My drawing is not so good, but I hope you understand very well, because it just I give you just an idea what is going on. So when the reaction proceed out, the hydrogen gas will release, and this hydrogen gas will come out from this capillary tube, or you can say delivery tube, glass delivery tube, and that solution is actually a soap solution, because we have to make a bubbles of it. So when the hydrogen gas comes out from this reaction, it will come out in the form of a bubbles, and bubbles when just come out, we just introduce a burning candle here, burning candle, and with the help of a burning candle, we just introduce this burning candle to these bubbles, and hydrogen gas, if it is hydrogen gas, I'm saying hydrogen gas burn with a pop sound. This is the indication. Okay, or you can say a little explosion will take place. So this is the indication that hydrogen gas is evolved in this type of reaction. So this is a way to find out whether this gas is a hydrogen or not. Okay, I think, am I clear to all of you? This is a way. Please note that one thing, dilute hydrochloric react with metals to form metal chloride and hydrogen gas. Suppose I am taking one example here, that zinc plus dilute HCl, hydrochloric acid, will give you ZnCl2, plus hydrogen gas. So this is also this reaction can also take place, but remember this one, this is ZnSO4, this is ZnCl2. Hydrogen gas is common because when metal react with any acid, this is also an acid. That's why I am taking this example to just understand you. Okay, now this is the fourth part, fourth chemical property, or you can say fourth property of the acid. Now next property, when any metal carbonate react with acid, it will give you salt plus carbon dioxide plus water. This is the common reaction. First reaction I am seeing. Now second reaction, metal hydrogen carbonate. When metal hydrogen carbonate react with any acid, it will give you again same product, salt plus carbon dioxide plus water. This is the reaction when metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate react with acid. So I am taking one example of this part, chemical property. First I am taking sodium carbonate, Na2CO3. What is Na2CO3? I think you all know very well. That is known as soda ash. Okay, when this sodium carbonate react with HCl, this is hydrochloric acid, it gives you salt NaCl plus carbon dioxide plus water. Done. Now one gas is released, that is carbon dioxide. I am just putting this sign because it clear that the reaction having a gas which just evolved from this reaction. Now I am taking another part, NaHCO3, that is baking soda. When baking soda, because this is hydrogen carbonate, that's why baking soda react with HCl, it will give you again NaCl, salt plus carbon dioxide plus water. Both reaction is same, but the balance equation is different. Okay, so this is the main reaction proceed out when you just do the reaction with acid of metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate. Now how we can find out whether this reaction is carbon dioxide or some other gas? So we have a test for this one. What test we have? We just introduce this carbon dioxide gas to the lime water, CaOH whole twice, carbon dioxide react with this lime water. This is lime water. Okay, this is lime water. When react with carbon dioxide, it will give you calcium carbonate plus water, and this is white PPT in nature. If your substance convert into white PPT, then this confirm the reaction is carbon dioxide. Okay, or you can say it makes lime water milky. So this is the indication that carbon dioxide is present in both the above two reactions. Now if I am taking more amount of carbon dioxide, suppose I am passing continuously the carbon dioxide plus water in same reaction, this one reaction, then a clean appearance will show and the formation of calcium hydrogen carbonate will form. That is soluble in nature, that is purely visible in nature. No milky substance is present now, soluble in water. Okay, so this is totally colorless. This one is totally colorless, pure visible in nature, no milkiness appear. So when you passing the carbon dioxide completely in that structure, that is give you a complete solution or visible solution, that is known as calcium hydrogen carbonate. I think this is clear to all of you. So carbon dioxide released, we are proving this one with the help of the test. In first reaction we are taking the taking lime water, that is CaOH whole twice, react with carbon dioxide, will give you white PPT. Again we are passing the more amount of carbon dioxide in the same solution previous one, then we get a soluble, you can say a soluble substance or visible substance, that is totally a milkiness disappear from this one. So this is the way to find out the carbon dioxide whether it is present or not. This is fifth one. Now come to the next point, that is known as your sixth point. Okay, So any acid react with an base, it gives you salt plus water. This we have done in our previous chapter, neutralization reaction for characteristics of chemical reaction. In the one reaction is known as the neutralization reaction. In neutralization reaction, when acid react with base, it gives you salt plus water. This is known as neutralization. So I am just giving you one example here. NaOH base plus HCl gives out NaCl plus water. This is the reaction. So this is the meaning of that one. Okay, this is NaCl weight. Okay, so this give you a example of the neutralization reaction. Or this sodium chloride is neither acidic nor basic, it is neutral. It is neutral because a strong base and a strong acid is present. So if a strong base and a strong acid is present, it give you a neutral salt, or you can say the salt which you get from this reaction having pH equal to 7. Okay, so this is the meaning of that one. Now come to the next property, that is your seventh property. Now acid react when any metal oxide. See, this one is very important reaction. Number of times it has been asked in the board examination. So when metal oxide react with acid, it will give you I'm writing salt plus water. So what will be the reaction? See, I am writing one reaction that is very important, CuO plus HCl. This is HCl. It will give you CuCl2 plus water. What is CuO? CuO is copper oxide, copper second oxide, you can say. This is black in nature. Number of question has been asked in the board examination in different way. When black substances react with acid, it gives you a blue green color. This is actually blue green in nature. Blue green color it's having, that is known as copper chloride. Okay, so this is very important reaction. Just learn it properly by heart, because it can be asked in different way, I know that. So this is the reaction you have to learn. Copper oxide when react with acid, it give you a copper chloride, that means salt plus water. Am I clear? I think so. So just like metal oxide, metal hydroxide are also basic in nature. So the acid also react with metal hydroxide to form a salt and water. Just I am giving you one example, milk of magnesia. Have you heard about the milk of magnesia? So metal hydroxide is also a kind of neutralization reaction, or that is known as uh, just I am giving you one example, MgOH whole twice. MgOH whole twice is milk of magnesia, and milk of magnesia is known as antacid. And antacid means which is just used to remove the indigestion. I'm writing here, used to remove indigestion. So this is the meaning of that one. So reaction of between acid and a metal hydroxide also give you a neutralization reaction. Suppose if I am taking, suppose in this reaction I am taking example of metal oxide. If I am taking metal hydroxide plus acid, it will give you salt plus water. So this is the meaning of that one. First one is your metal oxide and second one is your metal hydroxide, both having the same nature. I am taking one example, MgOH whole twice plus HCl, because HCl present in our stomach, and we are taking MgOH whole twice orally, or you can say in any type of syrup, that will give you MgCl2 plus water. So this is also known as the neutralization reaction. So in that way you can understand all these things that what's going on actually. So this is known as magnesium hydroxide. Okay, I think I am clear to all of you now. Last one, eighth property is that acids have corrosive nature. That means, what is the meaning of corrosive nature? Means it cause burn on the skin and attack on a body, है ना, and eat up materials like clothes, wood, metal structures, any type of substance. So it, you can say they are very corrosive. They said to be very corrosive. Suppose I am giving you one example. If I am taking concentrated H2SO4 and it immediately falls accidentally, you can say, on skin, clothes or wood, it causes severe burn immediately, huh? And just make a black spot on that surface. So uh, three common mineral acids we have, just like first one H2SO4, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid. They are very corrosive nature. Even not acid, bases are also very corrosive in nature. So acids are never stored. Remember this one, I am just giving you a key point. Acids are never stored in metal container. Why? Because they gradually corrode and eat up the metal container. So we have to keep that mineral acid in only in glass bottles, because glass doesn't react with acids or bases also. So that's why this is a safe place for store acids in a that type of container, which is made up of glass and ceramic, because they are not attacked by acid. So this is the way. So acids have corrosive nature. We can explain with this one with the help of three examples. First one H2SO4, HCl and HNO3. So these 8 points, physical and chemical, are very important to all of you. So in part 3 we have completed the acid part. First one, what is acid? Second property, what are the main characteristics, what are the main points we have done in part 2. Now in third part we complete the physical and chemical property. In next video we will discuss the basis. Have a good day. Thank you.